Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
What Gorka just said about putting Hillary Clinton in the electric chair will get him kicked off TV. Ormer Deputy Assistant to President Trump went on Sean Hannity this weekend to talk about the seriousness of the crimes that Bill and Hillary Clinton are alleged to have committed. Sebastian Gorka: if this would have happened in the 1950s, there would be people up on treason charges right now. The Rosenbergs. This is equivalent to what the Rosenbergs did, and those people got the chair. Think about it. Share this out if you agree with Sebastian Gorka about Hillary. We are a nation of laws and we need to punish everyone equally under those laws, even elites like Hillary Clinton. Scott Walker discovers easy way to expose CNN for frauds they really are. Scott Walker does not suffer fools. And certainly not media fools like this CNN reporter that he just exposed. In the worst way possible, as he did the entire network of CNN. For they are the ones that gave this so-called reporter a platform. And you will not be surprised to find out the guy used to be Hillary Clinton's spokesman. His name is Brian Fallon, and after Hillary lost, CNN scooped him up and gave him a job as a political contributor. He weighed in on the critical and hotly contested Virginia governor race and went low. The race features Ed Gillespie versus some Democrat lightweight, and Fallon is trying to tip the scales, something reporters should not be doing. Fallon called Gillespie a white supremacist, and Scott Walker, acting in his capacity as RGA chairman, immediately hit back and exposed him and CNN for the frauds they really are. Brian Fallon's attack on Ed Gillespie is shameful, disgraceful, and has no place in American politics, said Scott Walker. According to Breitbart, Ralph Northam, Hillary Clinton and CNN should immediately denounce Fallon's blatant attempt to score political points from a tragedy, and CNN should question whether it serves the network and the viewing public well by giving a microphone to Fallon's hateful rhetoric. Correct. This is a disgrace and they owe this man an apology. And frankly, CNN should be more ashamed of themselves than usual, for they cannot hide behind journalism on this total hit piece. They have been exposed. Share this if you agree. Incredible. Ben Carson's quiet contribution to struggling school kids will make every American cry. Current Secretary of Housing and Urban Development and former neurosurgeon Ben Carson has been keeping a low profile in the Trump administration so far. But just because he's not in the news every day, doesn't mean he stopped doing good deeds. A brand new Carson reading room opened late September at Hammock Point Elementary School in West Boca, Florida, the Sun-Sentinel reports. The room will provide a safe and fun space for leisure reading for kids at the school, many of whom come from underprivileged backgrounds. Principal Stephanie Cook talked about the impact the room will have on the kids. There are well over 1,000 books, and we did a lot of research and a lot of time was spent getting good quality books. So we have books in Spanish, Portuguese, French Creole, and there are a few Russian books because we have some Russian students. We are very diverse. Apparently, the school already has had some special reading events because of the room. We had a group assembly in the cafeteria and a third grade class recited the poem Open a Book, and the entire second grade sang Dr. Seuss' We Love You. Carson set up the Carson Scholars Fund in 1994, decades before he decided to run for president. The fund has two goals: to give out scholarship money to college-bound students and to facilitate the establishment of Carson reading rooms. Carson has an inspiring life story. Born in destitution to a single, illiterate mom in Detroit, Carson worked hard and became one of the best pediatric neurosurgeons in the world. He credits much of his success with his mother's insistence on education and reading for her children. The Carson Scholars Fund has opened over 170 reading rooms and has given over $2 million in scholarships to students all over the country. Carson stepped down from the fund's board in March to focus on his duties at HUD, but the legacy of his foundation is incredible and is providing a real impact for underprivileged kids throughout the U.S. You'll never hear about stuff like this on the mainstream media, and Ben Carson isn't one to brag about himself, so let's show Dr. Carson some love and appreciation and share this nice story loud and proud. HD Sun Sentinel. Sarah Sanders just humiliated top Clinton aide with one word that's making Democrats panic. Don't mess with Sarah Sanders. The White House press secretary just posted an epic takedown of Hillary Clinton's former spokesman Brian Fallon. This criticism comes less than a week after the Washington Post revealed the Clinton campaign and DNC were the funders behind Fusion GPS's salacious anti-Trump dossier. The dossier claimed among other things that the president was videotaped bringing hookers to a Moscow hotel on a business trip before he was president. These claims have never been substantiated, and President Trump has vociferously denied the accusations. Rather than distancing himself and his former boss from the accusations, Fallon doubled down on Friday in an interview with the Washington Post. Fallon said he was damn glad Democratic lawyer Mark Elias helped set up the deal with Fusion GPS. Mark is known as one of the most skilled professionals in Democratic politics, in addition to being the party's top election lawyer. I am damn glad he pursued this on behalf of our campaign and only regret more of this material was not verified in time for the voters to learn it before the election. These Democrats really have no shame. These are the same kind of people that screamed to high heaven when Donald Trump Jr. met with a Russian lawyer for a few minutes, allegedly to hear dirt on Hillary Clinton, which never materialized. Wham! The key word here is colluded. The ex-spy who compiled the dossier, British national Christopher Steele, has been accused of using information purposefully provided by Russian officials to undermine the Trump administration. That's the real Russia scandal for you, but you won't hear that on CNN. Sick of the Democrats and their lies and hypocrisy? Help Sarah Sanders and share it out, patriots. HT Washington Examiner. After Melania gets bullied by the press, she shuts them up with one word. Melania Trump came under attack by CNN this week, but she shut them down in the classiest way possible. Earlier this month, Melania kicked off an anti-bullying campaign called the Week of Inclusion. Almost immediately, the media began bullying her about her anti-bullying campaign because they think her husband is a bully. Ironic stuff, and totally unfair. Melania's efforts are noble and so is she. In response to her campaign, CNN asked Mrs. Trump if she had any right to fight bullying because, according to the network, her husband is the best example of bad behavior. In response, Melania sent her communications director in with a one-time word response. No. And that's all that's really necessary. Melania is her own woman and shouldn't have to answer for her husband. The media should applaud her efforts, but they're too busy tearing her down because they hate the man she married. Comment stop bullying Melania and share if you support our independent First Lady. We need to send her all our love so she can see past the media smears. Even Trump admits this latest tweet of his is not presidential. Donald Trump just did something not at all presidential, but he doesn't care. He knew it wasn't presidential before he did it and he did it anyway. As usual, the remark came by way of Twitter, and was an attack on ultra-liberal movie director Michael Moore. While not at all presidential, I must point out that the sloppy Michael Moore show on Broadway was a total bomb and was forced to close. Sad. The president wrote. As always, the tweet was good for a laugh. And don't feel too bad for Michael Moore. He doesn't deserve your sympathy. Over the course of the last year, He wanted to overthrow Trump, tried to take him down with a movie and claimed he wasn't a legitimate president. Oh, and he also thinks Trump will win a second term, proof that he's more than just insane. He's terribly confused. Trump, however, knows exactly what he's doing. He's attacking a liberal idiot. Even if it's not presidential, he's going to do it. And that's hilarious. Comment I love Trump and share if you love our unpresidential president. We're lucky to have a commander-in-chief with such a good sense of humor. Ruth Bader Ginsburg breaks silence on health rumors that may cause her to retire. Trump said a few weeks ago that he thought he was going to name a few new Supreme Court justices before his first, let alone, second term was up. And with all the health rumors and age rumors swirling around the older, and sad for the left, liberal judges, Trump's prediction did not seem a stretch. Specifically when it comes to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And in a shocking report just published by The Hill, Ruth addresses these rumors and puts the talk to rest, at least for a while. This is common for judges to deny they are leaving before actually leaving, so we shall see. Ginsburg said about the retirement rumors. My answer is as long as I can do the job full steam, I will do it, Ginsburg said, receiving a liberal sigh of relief you can hear all the way from DC to California. I used to have an answer, it worked for a lot of years. It was Justice Brandeis. When he was appointed he was the same age as I was, 60. And he stayed for 23 years, so I expect to stay at least as long. Well, now I've passed Brandeis, I've passed Frankfurter, she added. I doubt that will stop the rumors around Ginsburg, who is 84, such is the culture in Washington,